Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to show you guys what I got for Anavar from my anti-aging slash elite athletes clinic. They do a number of things. First of all, I got a human growth hormone from them a year ago, and I was on that for 3 months, and I knew based on my blood sugar levels that it was the real deal, and all of the telltale signs that you would get on HGH. The one that people gauge if it's good or not, to be honest, is if there's carpal tunnel. And I was getting carpal tunnel off a very low dose, moderate dose, so like 3 IUs a day. So I trust them, the source, and it's a legit clinic that does Botox. It does. They provide a TRT for people, replacement therapy. Provide human growth hormone for people with osteoarthritis and other issues, and a bunch of other things. Excuse me. So I was on their website because I was curious to get more HGH. I had a really good experience on that, and it was pharmaceutical grade called Anavar, or not Anavar. Sorry, that's what I'm gonna make this video. It's called Sandoz Omnitrope. Here it is. I still have a vial here of that. So yeah, I was visiting the website, and I'm like curious to see if they're still up and running, because I wanted some more, and that's a very reputable website compared to other websites, especially in Canada, which look like they're like kind of scammy. Like, you might get something, but you might get like, you might order, if you're lucky and you get something ordered to you, it might be like cut with something if you're lucky, or just sugar pills, or just like a placebo in general, or they might just scam you and you send your money away ordering, you want to order a bunch of Tren or something, and then you get nothing back, right? So I trust this website. They've been really nice. I've talked to them in person, well, in person by the phone, and well, to get straight to the point, I ordered Anavar, which is an oral anabolic steroid. And this one's been around since the 60s. It has a lot of medical uses, even to this day. For example, burn victims, wasting disorders, or like if you come out of surgery and you're injured and your muscles go into atrophy, this can prevent that. But it's also used anabolically for both performance and like bodybuilding type of thing. In bodybuilding, it's used in the last usually 6 weeks of competition, because in those last 6 weeks, from my understanding, they're on a major calorie deficit, and they're wasting away themselves, right? But they still want to maintain muscle mass, and they still want to maintain being able to do exercises. So Anavar is something that they might stack on top of their testosterone, and that's usually what it's used for, is stacking on T. I'm not using T at the moment, but I'm doing a dose of this. So get right to it. Here's what it comes in, and these are the capsules, and it comes in this like little igloo thing, right? And the HGH came in that too, because HGH needs to be kept refrigerated, so there's like an insulating, but this doesn't. So what I did was, this one's I've already used, is bust the cap open, and then poured out the powder, okay, onto like a book I have, a smooth book, and then cut it in half, put that, and funnel that sublingually. Lingual is like your tongue, okay? And just like medications, for example, if you go to the hospital and you're having a heart attack, they'll give you something, I think it's glycerine, I believe, and they put that under the tongue, and it hits your bloodstream way faster than hitting your digestive tract, and then a few extra steps to the bloodstream. Just like, literally if you injected something in your bloodstream, that would hit it instantaneous, right? Well, this is closer to that than swallowing, because there's a bunch of capillaries under there, and then it absorbs through. And I believe that the fact that this is a fat-soluble hormone, essentially, it travels through those lipid bilayers really easily, so into the bloodstream. Long story short. So yeah, what else should I say about that? Well, to go back to where I got it from, I believe it's a reputable source. In Canada, I think this is one of those gray areas. HGH is totally legal in Canada. TRT is pretty well legal if you do it through a legit clinic. I believe they treat this the same, but I think it's kind of a gray area. So I don't want to say if you're in Canada where I got it, just in case there's some repercussion, and I don't want to like ruin my source and kind of out them, so to speak. But do your own research if you're in Canada. I'm sure you can figure it out. And this is my kind of test. I'm the guinea pig testing it out. I believe, based on my research, based on the fact that there's very low side effects, that this is something good to take. At least get your feet wet in. At my age, eventually I might get into actual doing testosterone, but at this point in time, I'm not. And I don't feel like I need to. I feel like I have good natural levels, and I like to keep natural. I'm a natural kind of guy, organic guy. You know what I mean? Hippie at heart almost, but like not really. But like, I like to keep things. I'd like to keep it natural as long as possible. But if my levels did drop in the future, well, then that would be the healthy thing to do. Is, in a sense, supplement T levels. But as far as Anavar goes, I think that's as a good. I think it's dihydrotestosterone. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't know the exact chemistry of it, but like it works in a similar principle, and without the androgenic effects being, you're not going to get gyno, which is like man boobs, and you're not going to get hair loss. Well, you could, but less likely to. So I'll leave it there. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Like, the fact that it came in kind of a labelless package and kind of like obscure yellowish pills is kind of sketchy, but I think it's legit. It's just it would be nicer to see an actual company name on it and whatnot, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Peace.